Good morning from Rainbow. Some of you have been asking for another video, so I'll show you the progress of the garden. Our chocolate sunflowers are doing so wonderful, and aren't they beautiful? The bees seem to love them. This is a rather tall one. And the morning glory is growing up. It's blooming a little early in the morning. Let's see if we can find an open bloom. Hear my rooster this morning. There it is. It's going to make a beautiful added something pretty to look at around the lamp post. Oh, and there's a darker one back in there. It's hard to see. The last crepe myrtle finally bloomed, so look at those two crepe myrtles, so very pretty. Down in the lower garden, look how tall those sunflowers are. And the corn is done. We got a dozen ears, only 2 rows of about, I don't know, maybe I planted 24 corn stalks. So I think that was a success. The corn was delicious. The great-granddaughter got to have some, and she enjoyed it. She wouldn't pick it, though, because there was a bee flying, and that frightened her. I finally got my zucchini to grow. Picked 8 zucchinis this morning. They're all in the house already. We're in the middle of a heat wave. So I have to do all my gardening before 9 a.m. Don't like to be in the heat. And I don't know if we will be able to see it. I have under this zucchini plant my pineapple. There's one growing there and one growing there. And it looks like they might grow to produce a pineapple. That would be so wonderful. I enlarged my compost bin. This is a new row of corn. Might be too late in the season, although it has tassels and some little tiny ears starting, so maybe it will produce. As you can see, I expanded the compost pile, very large. I was able to get a truckload of chips, so once this breaks down next year, I'll be able to put it in the garden, and it will really supply the soil with lots of nitrogen and good things, because it's breaking down very well. My lemon cucumbers are all done, so I took them out. What's in here now is cosmos, and I planted some pickling cucumbers. One has come up. It's hard to see that little tiny guy down there. But the cosmos just get taller and taller and taller. This is my husband's Concord grapes. And they're done for the season. They did very well this year. Supposedly, I'm not supposed to be able to grow Concord grapes in this part of the country. However, this grapevine has done well. I maybe only water it once or twice in the summer, and then all it gets in the winter is rain, which we have very little of here in Southern California. See how tall those sunflowers are? Okay, we're going to walk over to the garden on the driveway where I planted my okra. And the okra has been fighting with the rabbits. The rabbits want to eat it. I plant more. I doubt if I'll get okra this year because it's already the 16th, 17th of August. But there it is. Finally has secondary and fourth and fifth leaves on it. Also planted a pickling cucumber there. Put them in cups, trying to keep the rabbits and bugs from eating them. Sometimes it helps. Some corn here. I don't know if the gopher planted it, because I can't imagine that I would have planted corn here. More of my chocolate sunflowers. They're so, so pretty. And unlike the tall yellow ones, you get lots and lots of blooms per stalk. Look at this one. Now let's walk over the windmill and see how it's doing. I don't know if I talked about the kumquat tree last time. It's loaded, always loaded. I'm not a kumquat person. A little too sour for me. You're supposed to eat them with the entire thing. You pop it in your mouth and roll it around and eat the skin while you're eating the inside. I don't really like them. Okay, we have a sunflower here, and we have morning glories. They're climbing up the windmill. I'm so happy. It'll be so pretty when it's fully covered. And this tall, tall sunflower has a small head on it. But isn't that pretty? The bees like them. As you can see, I'm still fighting with this pear tomato. It just grows and grows. And it looks like the English cucumber, which is full of blooms. We're going to get some more cucumbers. That'll be wonderful. My daughter keeps asking for them. They're delicious. This is a gopher plant. Supposedly, if the gopher eats the roots, they die. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'll try anything to get rid of gophers. And I had to stake up my trellis because this pear tomato plant is trying to pull it over. I still trim it every day, and I still get a couple pounds of tomatoes every day. You see, it's everywhere, everywhere. This is my tomatillo plant. I love to make green salsa. The little tomatillos look like little lanterns to me. And that lettuce is going to seed, so I'll have seeds for more lettuce. Well, look it. There was a gopher down there last night. I'm going to have to dig a hole and see if I can find his tunnel. The bush beans are doing wonderful. We've eaten 2 pounds of them so far with some bacon and onion. They were really, really good. Now here is exciting, a real exciting thing. Look at the size of that watermelon. I'm going to give it a couple more weeks. It's not quite ripe yet, and we have quite a few on here. There's one there, so that's 1, 2. Oh, there's one way down there. Way down there. I don't think you can even see it. But it's down under all those leaves, so that's 3. Then if we come over here to the outside, we have 3 more. There's 2, and back in there is another one. So we have about 6 watermelons. Going to be very exciting. We've eaten all of the cantaloupe. The vine is still growing, and I don't know if it's going to produce any more. The carrots are doing well. You can see those need to be pulled up. They're exposed already from, I pulled up the eggplant. Got a lot of eggplant, but we got rid of it because it was so bug infested. I don't spray poison. This is one of my pepper plants. It's doing well. Look at that. And then this pepper plant, there, it's called a Big Bertha or something. Oh, you can't see it. There it is. And My crookneck squash. It's doing well. Gives us 1 or 2 a week, which was enough for us. Well, marigolds, I plant them everywhere. Supposedly the bugs don't like them. I believe this is cauliflower or cabbage. I don't know. It's doing nothing but giving me greens. So I'm sure it was way too hot to plant when I planted it. Like I said, we're having a heat wave now, so I might not get anything. And another cucumber plant. I'm excited to get cucumbers. I don't get a frost here, so I'll be able to grow all winter long. And this is the cantaloupe plant. Like I said, we've eaten all of them, and they were wonderful. So I don't know if we'll get any more or not. Well, the sun is coming up over the mountain, so I believe it's time for me to say goodbye and get out of the sun, because it's going to be a really hot one today. The rose garden's doing well. But bye for now. I've enjoyed talking to you again, and I hope you've enjoyed my garden. Bye now from Rainbow.